I feel like I'm on the ball today. I even felt exempted from the law today. It's like this revelation dawned on me. It's so amazing, helps support the cause. I get everyone involved. I feel like I'm on the ball today. I even felt exempted from the law today. It's like this revelation dawned on me. It's so amazing, helps support the cause. I get everyone involved.
Well, how do you do, sir? Do you feel on the ball today?
Welcome back to another Nudelberg Daily Huddle, where I most certainly feel on the ball. And if this is your first time joining us, I'm Mark Nudelberg. Across the screen from me is my dad, Steve Nudelberg. Down at the bottom of the screen is Angel Shea Money, who makes it all happen for us. And great to see you guys. Happy Monday.
It is, first of all, phenomenal weekend. Let me go back to Friday. LLP in the hot seat. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Like, talk about a master's class. Just fantastic content. Certainly a teaser for what her academy will be. So,
yeah.
Anytime
you get the opportunity to listen to her, it's so awesome because she's got such wonderful stories and she does such a great job connecting what she's done and where she came from to how you can use it. So it was awesome. I enjoyed it a lot.
As did I. Enjoyed doing it. Then for me, spent the latter part of the day down at Amarant Bank in Coral Gables. Spent time with a CEO who was unbelievably connected to it. Like, just so dialed in, had an amazing pulse. No secret that I had introduced him and Lisa. Boom, they hit it off, So fantastic seeing him. Had lunch with Becky, who it's just such an enjoyable time, and had like authentic Mexican food down in Gables. There's nothing
nice
like that here for me, man. It was great. So lots of fun. And then my lady held a dinner party on Saturday night, and like everything she does, she crushed it.
Yeah, beautiful picture of the servingware and stuff like that. Looked like it was a great
She
weekend.
has a fork, knife, serving tool, bowl for every size, everything you can think of. She has it. So
yeah, I love it. I love it. It
So
was
really
a great
fun.
weekend. Despite the football results, it was a great
Well,
weekend.
we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
But we had a great start Friday. Got to play golf with Jake and everybody, and then met Gabby over at Funky Buddha for happy hour, which was a blast. Then we had Jules' swim class, as we always do. And then, as you can see, that wonderful picture of him in his game day polo on Saturday after his swim class. But just a couple things, right? Like, then, of course, today's schedule got an absolutely monkey wrench thrown into it because, as you can see, we were booked for the 11:50 flight leaving Fort Lauderdale today. And then they just decide to move the flight up 2 hours to 10:10. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's happening with your schedule. We're just going to go ahead and move the flight up 2 hours. But then that last picture, the picture of the laundry, I shared that yesterday on LinkedIn, talking about like it's part of my job. And like one of the most annoying things about me folding laundry is dealing with the pads and sports bras because they get folded up in their heart. Like, they're really annoying. I can't tell you how many people it resonated with. Like, people people I've never met before in my life, like, thank you for talking about this. Like, it's such a ridiculous problem. So you never know how you're going to connect with people on LinkedIn. You never know.
Crazy. So speaking of football, it was great to have football back. FSU in Ireland. So Sean was there. He was sending us pictures. Chip Storm, who we love, was totally on the ball, baby.
Unreal. So I guess he found a pool hall that was buskers on the ball. Love the sign, love the pictures. It was awesome. I love that.
I'm actually calling to get some swag from buskers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But let's talk about the game. So it was a disappointment, obviously. What now? What does the guy say? What do you do from here?
Well, I could tell you this: it was a long flight home. Like, that's not just like a couple hour flight from Raleigh on a Thursday night. Like, you got to fly back across the Atlantic after that. That's tough. But just like, I mean, so there's two different kinds of ways that you evaluate this. You evaluate this from the head coach's seat, and then you evaluate this as just like an advisor and an overall view of the team. From the head coach, it is what it is. Like, it's one loss. Cool. You got the rest of the year. It's a 12-team playoff this year. All of your goals are still in front of you. You have a lot to learn from. Okay, fine. We hit some adversity, but it's not the end of the world. Let's regroup. Let's go back and let's prove who we are going out. As somebody who's just evaluating the scene, I will tell you they were soft. And being soft, which was very different than the team they were last year, tells you how hard it is as the head coach or the CEO of an organization that gets an influx of 35 new people to the team. Hard to keep the culture strong, hard to continue that team identity. And I didn't want to be right about this, but DJ Ukulele is not the guy. He wasn't the guy when he was at Clemson, wasn't the guy when he was at Oregon State. Why everybody was excited about signing him, I have no idea. I didn't know then. I wanted to be wrong. Unfortunately, I wasn't.
He looked timid, afraid to make a play defensively that couldn't stop the run. But if you look at the other side, the other coach,
Brent Key. Shout out to Brent Key, who I know through a lot of people.
They played like an offensive lineman.
Brent Key's a former offensive lineman, offensive line coach, really well known and well respected in the profession. And you see what he's done with the culture of that program. They might not have the most talent. They might not have guys going in the first round across the board, but they have a lot of guys who are bought into the way they're supposed to play the game. And they made plays and won. And so good for them.
So I'm a firm believer. You're a firm believer that coaching matters. I did not watch a lot of the Little League World Series leading up to, but yesterday, Sunday afternoon, it's raining and the World Series was on, and it's the Florida team, Lake Mary, against Taiwan. So I'm in. Helen goes, "What is this noise?" Then she got bought in. And Shay, do we have the video? The coach's message in between the sixth inning. So it was only 6 innings.
Yeah.
And they were down. They had not scored. They were down. His message about belief. I almost jumped through the television, man. I was like, yes, it's written, man. It's unbelievable. So
are we going to play it?
Boys, listen. One of the first days that we got here, I came down here. A man prayed over me, okay? He saw my dad later. He said, it's already been written. We're already the champs. The Lord put it in his book. We're just going to finish the story right here, right now. Stay calm, stay composed, stay within yourself. But understand, it's already been written. It's already ours. We just have to finish it here. We just have to play this inning. Understand? Yes, sir. Here we go. It's our summer. It's our game. We're going to come out on top. Are we ready? Yes, sir. Here we go. Go Pig.
Yeah, strong. So strong.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm sitting there watching going, you got to believe. I wanted it so bad for them, and then they tied it up. It was so much fun to watch. Now, these are young kids, man. The Taiwan team lost because they're like robots. And they lost, and they were crying real.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way they lost, too. Like, the second baseman doesn't cover first base. It's just a routine, fundamental baseball play.
Put the ball in play. Put it in play.
It's just unbelievable, right?
So Becky hits it on the head. If you in your life believe that it has already been written and it's up to you to fulfill it, you will not fuck off. Right. You will do what it takes. That team got into it in the bottom of the 6th because somebody, sort of played into them.
Yeah, and somebody told them to believe.
And what's, social media is on fire. Oh, they won because of hard work. They didn't win. We live in such a shit world of people who just want to take.
They're not even in the position unless they're good enough to be there. So let's not take that away. You
still have to believe. Believe is so powerful. The brain, the mind, all that kind of stuff. So what a cool way to start a Monday. Go listen to it. Own that. Share that with your team. Shay, wake this thing up.
Wake up!
Yeah, yeah.
One more thing from the World Series that I think is really important to talk about, which is it's just about doing the fundamentals consistently better than everybody else. Like, they didn't win on a crazy home run. They didn't win on some freak play. They won because of a bunt and because the other team didn't do the fundamentals. The second baseman didn't cover first base and just didn't do the basic stuff that you need to do to win games. That's really what the people who are elite do far better than everybody else, is they just do the basics better than everybody else consistently. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, and I hope that kid is not scarred because of that.
Right.
It looked like the teams were supportive of each other. There was a lot of hugging, a lot of congratulations. The coaches were great. Just really fantastic.
It's so funny because that's the thing that I noticed the most was the other team's reaction to him not being at second base. When they realized the ball was thrown and there was nobody there, like, it's such a mental error and such a breakdown in fundamental. None of them could believe that actually happened to them.
And the pitcher threw it.
Right.
He didn't even think
there.
Oh my God, there's nobody there. There's supposed to be somebody there. He was like, what the hell, man?
Fundamentals.
It's so great because sports does teach us all the time. And if you're not a baseball fan, it doesn't matter. This is not about baseball. There were so many lessons there. So great. So we do a daily affirmation every day. We try and pray into ourselves, feed into ourselves, get better, have belief. Would you know, Shay, too soon, thank you. So there was a study done. Scientists analyzed more than 70,000 people over 30 years and assessed all the typical variables influencing longevity, such as diet, fitness, smoking, and alcohol use. But they analyzed mindset and optimism. And they came up, the research says optimists live longer and are more likely to achieve exceptional longevity. If you struggle with optimism, you have plenty of reason for hope. Research showed that it is a learned trait.
Learned skill, baby.
5 minutes a day will change your life.
Yep. I love it.
So give me today's daily affirmation.
5 minutes a day, not even. All you need is 20 seconds. If something is meant for you, it will come to you. As long as you feed it positive energy, nothing and no one can prevent it from finding you but you. Hang tight and avoid fueling feelings of doubt. Otherwise, they create resistance. Get out of your own way.
What do you think they were thinking in that dugout?
That to me was like the most important part of what he said was like, just stay within yourselves, right? And just go finish the story here, which goes back to just go do the basics. Do what you're supposed to do, the way you're supposed to do it, when you're supposed to do it, and it'll be fine. Everything will work out the way that it's supposed to. And exactly that happened. A basic bunt. Unreal. It's so good. It's so good.
So good. I mean, if that doesn't inspire you, if what we're talking about today does not inspire you, I'm okay if you don't come back.
So what are your basics then? Okay, but so like we're talking about baseball. So what are your basics? What are your basics that your fundamentals for you? No, for you today. Because like for everybody in the audience, we're talking about the fundamentals are what lead to success. Do the fundamentals better. What are your fundamentals?
I'll give you the 5. The 5 is here. And I was going to talk about it later, but Shay, show me the 5. These are my 5.
Managing attitude, managing behavior, managing energy, managing performance, managing time. So simple. So absolutely simple and such a no-brainer for like, okay, forget about what role you're in your organization. Attitude and energy and behavior right there. Though just the 3 things that you can walk in with. I don't care if you're in sales. I don't care if you're sweeping out the storage room. I don't care what your job is. You can control those 3 things and you focus on those 3. You set the foundation for everything after.
And you do it one day at a time. Greg Goldstein, bang, bang. Just incredible how simple it is. Yet most people don't hit on all those cylinders. Thank you, Coach Mike. You get it. It's a home run of a huddle today, man. It really is. To continue that thought, because literally those 5, I can have a discussion with every single person. Oh, if you get into GOTB, mindset, time management. First two things,
Yep.
1-2 punch. You create your thought patterns and then you schedule what the behavior is. Success is right there. 95% of the people have no idea what they're doing and why they're doing it. It's just
Well, that's the thing, right? Is that if you don't craft it yourself, if you don't take the time and energy to develop it yourself, it gets developed for you. Somebody else is going to decide it for you. Somebody else is going to take the time from you. Somebody else is going to put the thoughts in your head. Somebody else is that's going to come from somewhere. So if you don't actively manage it yourself, somebody else does it for you, and you've lost all control.
and then you blame.
Right.
You blame. You just all you do is blame. Oh, ooh, you pointing fingers, man. Point
Right.
that finger back. Bang, bang, bang. So I started last week listening to Creed. It set up one of the best weeks we've had in the entire time.
It was a doozy of a week last week.
Every week. It's like I'm going away Wednesday. I'm taking a couple of weeks off. Crazy. You're going to be traveling in between all of that time. Who knew? But you plant the seeds. You never know when they're going to grow. So here we got Creed again. Take me higher.
When dreaming, got to another world, time and time again. At sunrise, I fight to stay asleep, 'cause I don't wanna leave the comfort of this place. 'Cause there's a hunger, a longing to escape from the life I live when I'm away. So let's go there. Let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. Let's trust, can we stay? Can you take me higher to a place where the line and sea? Can you take me higher to a place where golden trees?
Does it? Will you take me higher, please? I want to go. I want to go, man. I want to go higher. Let's go more. I want more, man. Come on, man. Yelling and screaming. Jonathan Aaron's always with a banger of a comment. You know what? That's how we start the days here. We feed our mind. We feed our bodies. The mindset. Music is a game changer. So we talked about blaming. This is a great show, by the way. Really inspiring to me to have this banter with
I
you.
love it.
And coaching shows up in football and baseball and life. It's everywhere. But this particular video got in me, poked me, and I want to talk to you about it. So Shay, show me.
What is the best advice you've ever heard or received?
I'll give you the sentence, and if you want me to explain it, I can. But everything is your fault.
Yeah, you can explain it.
Everything is your fault comes back to like you are the CEO of your life. My very first mentor that I had, I paid $500 a month to have my first coach when I was 19, about to turn 20. And we worked together for 2 years and we had some great calls. I don't remember any of them. I remember one. And what it was I had made so many excuses as to why I was late to calls, why I didn't hit my assignments, why I didn't do what I needed to do. And he had this really tough conversation with me. He said, Rob, if a business succeeds, whose fault is it? And I was like, I mean, what do you mean? He's like, if a business succeeds, all 1,000 employees move into the direction they have a successful year. Whose fault is it? That the person who orchestrated. I was like, the CEO. He said, if a business fails, whose fault is it? And it's the CEO. He said, Rob, if you get to the end of your life and it's not what you wanted it to be, and you didn't create the life that you wanted to, make the money that you wanted to, have the success, the love, the happiness, travel the places that you wanted to, whose fault would it be? And I said, it'd be my fault. And he said, if you did create the life that you wanted to, had the love, the happiness, the abundance, everything that you wanted, whose fault would that be? And I said, it'd be my fault. And he said, the problem with you is you're treating this life as if you're the victim. And what you need to realize is that everything that happens to you is your fault, and that your life won't change until you decide that you want to be the CEO of your life.
Bang. Yeah, I don't know that we need to say anything at the end of the
I'm
show.
done.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an excellent way to close.
Look yourself in the mirror this morning whatever you got is because of what you thought and what you did, period. No excuses, no nothing. Nobody else did anything. Todd Stevens, thank you. That's a mic dropper. Boom. And thank you, Todd. Todd's been a huddler for over 3 years. We had a conversation last week about potentially doing a presentation for him and his association over at the Marriott, half a mile from my house, man. So very geographically desirable. But, you know, these moments, if you listen to them and you act on them, they work.
It's an absolute mic drop, and it's a great way to close the show for today. I will be gone tomorrow. You will be here with Lori, but then Jake and I will be back on Wednesday from Nashville discussing our trip. We're gonna actually get to hear Lance Armstrong get to talk to everybody. So I'm sure we'll have some nuggets to talk about after that, and then we will close out the week. So thank you, sir, for a great way to start the week. I challenge everybody to go look in the mirror and ask yourself, whose fault is it? and if it's not you, if you're not answering you got some more questions to ask yourself.
So just before we leave, Jonathan Aarons, I will pay large sum of money to see Mark wear leather pants to go make his next presentation.
Start a GoFundMe account.
It's just,
great stuff. Thank you, guys. Let's get after it today. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter and connect it with us. We will see you guys tomorrow. Let's get down to business.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business.